What's going on, guys? I got a pretty cool video for you today that I've actually been working on for a while now. I remade every single NHL team's jersey using their rivals colors. And as you guys want to see here, some of them turned out pretty good, other ones not so much. So starting off, we have the Anaheim Ducks. Their rival, of course, is the LA Kings, so that's the colors we're using. Black, white, and gray. And honestly, I feel like this one turned out pretty good. You could call them like the LA Ducks, the Anaheim Silver Ducks, I don't know. But it doesn't look too bad. As you guys will see throughout the video, some colors on like the different teams just don't work at all. This one though I think actually turned out not too bad. After that we have the Arizona Coyotes, so decided to go with Vegas as their rival simply because I think there will be a rivalry there, kind of like a battle of the desert, and really Arizona doesn't have a true rivalry right now. And honestly I think this one looks pretty solid as well. The actual logo there with the gray and the gold, or the gray and the beige, looks pretty realistic for a Coyote. Then of course you have the red on the sleeves there, giving it a little bit of a pop. And of course we have gray for the base, just like the actual Vegas Golden Knights jersey. So again, this one I don't think looks too bad. There's some ones later on that just are kind of ugly in my opinion. These first two though are actually pretty solid. Next up here are the Boston Bruins. Decided to go with the Montreal Canadiens as their rival. It was between them and Toronto. I feel like there's kind of like a three-way hate rivalry there. Boston, Montreal, and Toronto. So you guys will see I actually kind of did it that way. So Boston here with the red, white, and blue Montreal Canadiens colors. Could look a little bit better, but considering the fact they're still just black and gold or black and yellow, I don't think it's too bad. Does look very strange for sure, but I think that one is okay looking. Decided to go with Toronto as I feel like that's a pretty big rivalry there just because they are so close. A lot of Toronto fans go to Buffalo for the cheaper games, and I actually had to use a third color, so I went with gray there, as I think Toronto had some gray for the Centennial Classic game. Again, this one I don't think looks too bad. Of course, Buffalo does have a lot of blue in their jerseys normally, so that kind of transferred over, then just white there as a secondary. Again, I feel like it's a pretty sharp jersey. Some of these work, other ones not so much. One of the ones that doesn't work is this one right here. Calgary Flames. Of course, Edmonton's their big rival, and the Edmonton colors here with the Calgary jersey, I just don't think it works. You got the blue C there on the orange jersey, the blue pants, you got all the stripes there. I did my best to try and make this one look good, but I feel like the Edmonton colors are just not meant to be on the Calgary Flames uniform, as you guys can see there. Next up after that, we have the Carolina Hurricanes. So this one's actually quite similar. For Carolina, decided to go with the Washington Capitals as their rivals. So you can see opposed to black, white, and red, it's simply navy blue, white, and red. So very similar colors. Although I did decide to change up their helmet color, their gloves, their socks, their pants. Mix it up a little bit, but the logo is almost the exact same there. It's just navy blue on the left. And then the rest, the white and the red, are exact same. But this does give it like a bit of a different feel. I think it honestly, of course, it isn't going to look too much different because it's so similar. But I feel like it's pretty sharp. After that, we have the Chicago Blackhawks rocking these St. Louis Blues colors. This one here, I'm kind of digging it. The blue and yellow I'm a big fan of, just being a Michigan fan, so that color scheme. And of course, the logo there is pretty complex, only having like a few colors to work with, but didn't turn out too bad, I don't think. And again, this jersey, I think, it looks pretty sharp, honestly. Like, I don't think it's too bad, considering just how drastic of a change it is from red, white, and black to blue, navy blue, and yellow. After that, we had the Colorado Avalanche, so decided to go with an old school rivalry here of the Detroit Red Wings. You can see we got the red and the white, and for their third color, I used gray, just like Toronto's. I think they had some gray on the Centennial Classic jerseys. This one, it looks okay. I think definitely like the burgundy matches Colorado a little bit better, but this one doesn't look too terrible. After that, we had the Columbus Blue Jackets rocking the Pittsburgh Penguins colors here. Honestly, I think this one's pretty sick as well. You call them like the Columbus Yellow Jackets, and I like it. I think, you know, it's not too bad of a look. Again, I like the ones where it's completely different color scheme and still the jersey, the uniform somehow pulls it off, and I think this one really does, to be honest with you. After that, we have the Minnesota Wild here. So again, we have the Dallas Stars with the Minnesota Wild colors, kind of like a throwback to when they were the Minnesota North Stars, some sort of rivalry going on there. And this one doesn't look too bad, I think. Dallas with the reds, a little bit weird. I don't think any Dallas team actually uses red. But we still are using green there as the base color, although it's not the same green. It does, you know, give it that Dallas Stars feel we're used to. And after that, guys, we have my favorite team, the Detroit Red Wings, who, as you can see here, are now the Detroit Blue Wings, obviously rocking the blue and white of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Also, too, you could even kind of consider this the blue and white of the Tampa Bay Lightning. I feel like Toronto's definitely their kind of heritage rivalry. They've been, you know, rivals for so long, especially where I'm from in Windsor. Everyone's either a Detroit fan or a Toronto fan, but their sort of new rivalry, I think, would be Tampa Bay, just because that was their playoff matchup the last 2 years, and both times Tampa got them. Of course, they took Stevie Y from us. Now we got Stevie Y back, so I like it. Also, too, I'm sure a lot of Red Wings fans hate this looking at it right now, but my favorite color is blue, so I actually don't mind it. I think it's kind of cool there. The Detroit Blue Wings. Honestly, I'm a fan. Plus, you guys probably saw in the thumbnail, I thought Larkin was definitely pulling it off. So after that, we have the Edmonton Oilers here rocking the Calgary Flames colors. Actually, this was my second draft for this one. The first one, it was terrible. It was probably the worst one I made, so I went back to the drawing board, redid it. I feel like this one doesn't look too bad. Red there, of course, with the base, the black and yellow for the stripes and stuff. And I think this one turned out not too bad. Honestly, might be better than their new third jersey, to be honest with you. Again, the Battle of Alberta, there's a reason it's a rivalry. Neither of the colors swapped really work for either team, in my opinion. After that, we have the Florida Panthers here. So their rival, of course, Tampa Bay, the other Florida team. Blue and white there with a bit of gray. Honestly, that doesn't look too bad. The Panther there being gray opposed to beige, like it's somewhat realistic. And, you know, they got the black helmet, the black pants. I feel like this one is pretty good, to be honest with you. After that, we have the LA Kings. So I decided to go with San Jose for their rival between San Jose, of course, and Anaheim. And it's an all teal jersey. It's a lot of teal. It's a lot of teal. I decided to put a little bit of yellow there for the crown on the king and the logo. And then, of course, just black and white there for the stripes. It's a lot of teal, and it's probably too much, but considering the fact it is so much, it doesn't look terrible, I don't think. Definitely could be worse. Then after that, we have the Minnesota Wild here. Decided to go with Colorado as their rival. This one I think looks really nice, although it doesn't really make sense to have a blue bear or whatever that logo is, or blue trees. The burgundy and the blue is just such a nice, you know, color combination. I feel like most teams can pull it off, and I think Minnesota here looks pretty good on them. Of course, we have the black helmet, gloves, and pants, just like Colorado Avalanche. And after that, guys, we have the Montreal Canadiens. Like I mentioned before, using the Toronto Maple Leafs colors for them. And I've actually made two different jerseys, as Montreal's home and away jerseys have two different styles. So right there's look at the home with the stripe kind of going through it. And then, honestly, I thought that one looked okay, so I decided to also try the away jersey. Right there, you guys can see the away jersey. I thought it was going to look better, but personally, I feel like the home probably was the better of the two, but I made both, so I figured I'd share both of you guys. You can kind of tell me which one you prefer. So after that, there we have the Nashville Predators. Now, Nashville, I decided to go with Winnipeg for their rival. They met the last 2 years in the playoffs. Might meet again. It's honestly been a very good, entertaining series to watch, I think. Second round of the playoffs. They're always there. 2 very good teams. And I actually really like this. I've never been a huge fan of the Nashville yellow, so navy blue and light blue, I think it looks a lot better, to be honest with you. I think it's an improvement. Nashville fans can let me know, but the Predator there in the middle, I think he still looks sick. The navy blue and light blue, like I said, blue is my favorite color. I honestly think this is an improvement on what they currently have. We have a little bit of red there with the Adidas logo, as well as the eye in the Predator, the Sabertooth. But other than that, just blues and whites. I think it looks good, but Nashville fans will love to hear from you. After that, with the New Jersey Devils here, of course, using the New York Rangers colors. Again, I don't think this looks too bad, to be honest with you. You could call them like the New Jersey Blue Devils if you wanted to. And I feel like, honestly, they pull off the Rangers color scheme pretty good there. And speaking of the Rangers, next up we have the Islanders rocking the Rangers colors as well. Now, one thing I want to point out, guys, you can see the logo placement there is a little bit too low. I don't know what happened there. As you guys can see, it's just where the logo goes. Nothing I can do about it, but it's actually very similar to the Islanders' current color scheme. I didn't even realize. Islanders rock a navy blue and orange, and the Rangers are like a true blue and red, so very similar color scheme here. It almost looks kind of like a throwback Islanders jersey, so I like it. If they ever want to go this way, I don't know why they would. I feel like they want to kind of distance themselves from the Rangers. They wouldn't want to use the exact same color scheme, but they don't, look too bad there at all. And then, of course, after that, we now have the New York Rangers, so rocking the Islanders colors there. Unfortunately, there's no Rangers logo text, like the diagonal letters that you can use in games, so I had to just go with the actual New York Rangers logo there on the front of the jersey. But aside from that, I don't think the jersey looks too bad. I definitely think white, red, and blue is a better color scheme than white, blue, and orange. It's probably the reason it's the American flag and used in so much other stuff. But I decided to actually try out Lady Liberty there as the logo on the jersey. I feel like this looks a lot better. I'm not going to lie, with the regular logo, I'd say this jersey is a 5. But when you change it to the Lady Liberty logo, I think it jumps up to at least a 7, maybe even an 8. It just looks that much better. Also, too, forgot to mention, the reason it's an away jersey, not a home jersey, is because the Rangers' home jersey format's not in the game. We had to go with how the away jersey works. Like Montreal, they have different style for the home and away, so really just nothing we could do there. After that, of course, we have the Ottawa Senators rocking the Maple Leafs colors. Maple Leafs definitely are like the biggest rival for the most other teams, so it's probably because they are the biggest NHL team and they're just so close to so many other teams. It makes sense. So Senators here rocking the blue, white, and gray. I honestly really like the Senators logo there with the gray and blue. Like, it definitely matches. Like, gray, kind of think silver helmet, silver shield, the blue cape, whatever on top. Like, it works for sure. The colors on the actual jersey, I don't really like the white undersleeves or the white pants, but other than that, I don't think it looks too bad. Next up here, the Philadelphia Flyers, of course, rocking the Pittsburgh Penguins colors. So it's a pretty simple change. Instead of orange and black, it's yellow and black, and it doesn't look as good as orange and black, that is for sure. I think there's just like too much yellow with the way their jersey works, but Doesn't look terrible, I wouldn't say. And of course, after Philly, we now have Pittsburgh. Instead of rocking yellow and black, they're rocking the orange and black there for Philly. This one again, it doesn't look terrible, but definitely looks off. Like you can tell, it's just not right. It's kind of crazy, honestly, how Pittsburgh's main color is black, which we haven't changed, and simply by going from yellow to orange, you can tell it's just something way off with the jersey. Also, too, guys, when I was making these, I noticed that Pittsburgh Penguins are the only team in the NHL who have the logo on the left side of their pants and not the right if a team's using a logo, which I thought was interesting. I'm not sure if there's reason for that, but figured I would share it. And next year, guys, we actually have the San Jose Sharks. Decided to get a bit more creative with this one, using the LA Kings retro colors as well as their new colors. So not only are we using black and gray, we're also using purple and yellow. And I feel like it turned out pretty well. The logo there doesn't look too bad. The Sharks still like black main color there with the purple head. We got the yellow stick. And of course, you know, purple gloves, helmet, pants. I think it just adds a little bit to this jersey as we still use black as the main colors. I really like the Sharks' third jersey, which has black main color. So that fit with LA, but just black and gray wasn't going to work with all the different colors in the Sharks uniform, so add the purple and yellow, and I feel like it honestly turned out pretty decent. I know, too, there was a time between the LA Kings' current jerseys and their old ones where it was like gray and purple, so it's almost like that with just a little bit of yellow. Again, just tried a bit more creative with that one. I felt it turned out pretty good. After that, we have the St. Louis Blues here, so their big rival, of course, is the Chicago Blackhawks. Did my best here to kind of make that jersey happen. The logo really doesn't work. Chicago has the most colors of any NHL team used in their logo, whereas St. Louis only has like 3, so it was tough to get them all in, especially with where you can put the colors. Basically, we just had like a bunch of outline colors there, but the jersey itself, red's the main. We got the black and white stripes as best we can with the St. Louis jersey style, so I feel like we did that pretty good. Still, you can tell there's something up with this jersey. It just doesn't really look right, which is the case, obviously, with a lot of them. After that, here with the Tampa Bay Lightning, decided to go with the Florida Panthers as their rival again. Rivalry of Florida there. And this one doesn't look too bad. Red there with the main color. We got the blue lightning bolt, which is actually the exact same logo color when they're wearing their aways. Bit of a gold trim there around the numbers. I think we also have gold trim on the outline of the lightning bolt on the side of their pants. So used all 3 main colors there, red, blue, and gold. And I feel like this one honestly looks pretty sharp. I prefer the regular Tampa Bay for sure, but I don't mind it. And next up here, I'm sure is the one a bunch of you were waiting for, the Toronto Maple Leafs with the Boston Bruins colors. And I'm sure I'm going to get hate for this. I think this is sick. Maple Leafs there with the Bruins colors. It works. You got the gold Maple Leaf, the black text. I don't know. It just looks so sick. The black and gold, the black and yellow, whatever you want to call it. The double stripes there. It's like an all blacked out jersey with the gold. I don't know. I just think that looks really, really sharp, to be honest with you. Is it better than the blue and white? I don't know, but I do think that looks really, really nice. So I'd love to hear from other Leafs fans what your thoughts are on it. After that, we have the Canucks here. Decided to go with Calgary Flames as their rival. This one doesn't really work. So Canucks have like their main color blue as everything for their uniform. The helmet, jersey, gloves, pants, and socks. And then for Calgary, that means you have to use red throughout. And it's just too much there. Of course, we got yellow there for the stripes. The logo, I did my best to kind of make it work with the Calgary colors. But this one is another one where just, I don't know, just doesn't quite, you know, transition to the rival team. I'd honestly say it's probably bottom 5 for the jerseys we made. And next up here, guys, we have the Vegas Golden Knights. So an expansion team, don't really have a lot of history, but they did lose to the Washington Capitals in the Stanley Cup Finals, so decided to go with the Capitals as their rival. And I actually used a bit of light blue there from their old jerseys as the third color, and I think it looks pretty sick, to be honest with you. This one was pretty tough to pull off just because Washington only has 3 colors, red, white, and blue, whereas Vegas, for their uniform, they use a ton of different colors, so because of that, we had to add the light blue in there. As well, the logo kind of clashes with the base of the jersey, but overall, I don't think it turned out too bad. You want to call them the Vegas Red Knights, I guess. I feel like they're definitely have been worse jerseys than this so far. But after them, of course, we have the Washington Capitals, and for them, we're using the Pittsburgh Penguin colors. So this one is something else for sure. Washington should never have the black and yellow there of Pittsburgh. It does not look right for sure. They need to have the red, white, and blue. I think Philly probably pulled off these colors better than Washington did, but it is kind of funny just looking at all these different jerseys with the rival colors, and you can kind of see, like, yeah, these were definitely the right color choice from the beginning. They're definitely not meant to be using their most hated enemies colors, and there's a reason for it. And lastly here, guys, the final jersey is the Winnipeg Jets here with the Nashville Predators colors again. I think there's a pretty good rivalry there after all the different semifinals the last couple years. And just like the Rangers, they actually had to use the away jersey for the Jets just because of the jersey format in-game, but I feel like this one didn't turn out too bad. Of course, we're using it as little yellow as possible. I'm not a huge fan of the yellow on the jersey, so just the top of the sleeves there. The logo, we still kept the Jet the gray, because their old Predators logo I know had a lot of gray with the saber-toothed tigers, so left that the same and added the blue and yellow there, the navy blue and yellow. pants, stripes, all that's navy blue. It's kind of like Michigan colors almost. And again, I feel like this one doesn't look too bad. I feel like it's probably like in the middle range for the jersey to be made. But speaking of that, guys, we'd love to hear from you in the comments section. Which jersey was your favorite? Which one was your least favorite? Like I said, I really like the look of the Toronto Maple Leafs jersey as well. I really like the Red Wings blue. And then my least favorite one was probably the Calgary there with the Edmonton colors. It just did not fit. As well, guys, if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed yet, please do that. And if you enjoyed the video, leave the thumbs up. Of course, the ratings are coming out this week, and I have a ton of videos reviewing those for you guys. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.